Hello, Stamping friends. This is Jenny from Celebrate the Journey, and it's Monday, our regular Facebook Live day. It's also Martin Luther King holiday, if you get to celebrate that. I don't know that they call it a holiday, but Observance Day. So a lot of people are off from work today. So it is super cold here. Like right now it's -3. So we aren't even opening the doors, much less going anywhere or doing anything. So it's a good day for stamping and watching TV and all of that. Tomorrow it's going to be 20 though, so we'll get out tomorrow. I decided that I would do, I haven't seen this used very much. Actually, I've only seen 2 cards. But I love these kinds of sets that you get to build your own design. Now, we had some a couple years ago, one that was waterfront, I believe, and then something meadow, and then there was maybe another one that was kind of Asian looking. It had a little pagoda house in it. I'm not real sure. Hi, Pam. I know it's cold over there for you guys. And you're not used to it, so that makes a difference. So it's got these pieces. This is sky, but I've actually realized it can be anything, I guess. You can turn it this way or you can turn it this way, and it works both ways. You've got some trees, those kinds of trees that grow in Tuscany. Some clouds, maybe another little cloud, a sun or a moon, a little house, and then some dirt, rocks, something to give texture. So you can see how this one, they put it together in a little archway and created a scene. And this one, I like that small, that's a very small scene there. So I played with it today, and I'll show you what I made first. I made this one, and it's a daytime scene, I suppose. And got the trees, see the little rocks or dirt or whatever you call it. But they could be little, like if you did them in red, it'd be little flowers or something. And you'll notice my little house is popped up. That's because when I stamped it, it didn't look very pretty, so I stamped another one and cut it out. But, you know, I like it popped up. It gives a little dimension, and and I didn't have to waste using my card. Now, I didn't put anything on the inside, but I probably put some of those little trees on the inside. So then I got to thinking, oh, well, this background piece is a piece of DSP from Fresh as a Daisy. It's just the back side of Fresh as a Daisy, and I thought it kind of went with the blue daytime theme. So then I thought, what if I did a sunset kind of Tuscan picture? And so I pulled this Masterfully Made. I thought that kind of, you know, in Italy they have tiles, and so I thought we'd just try that. I mean, you're not going to see, but just a little border. But I thought those colors would be what we would want to pick up for our Tuscan sunset. So I'll show you how. This is easy in a way. You don't have to worry about ribbon or bling or anything, but you do have quite a few colors that of ink that you're using. And these are photopolymer stamps. So we're going to want a foam under it. So you've been cold and off school. That's amazing. I know this weather is kind of nuts, isn't it? Now, I think I took a picture of all the inks we're using. Seafoam, Flamingo, Calypso Coral, Old Olive, Mossy Meadow, Pecan Pie, Early Espresso, and let's see, the last one, Crushed Curry and Crumb Cake. So it's a sunset. We're going to do the sunset colors. We'll do Crushed Curry, Calypso Coral, and Flirty Flamingo. I think you could use, Pumpkin Pie if you wanted to. And Cajun Craze. Cajun Craze, I think, would be a little dark, but depending on what you own, then that's what you'll use. Now, I wanted this to look more, well, let me show you how this stamps. We'll stamp first. This is a piece of scrap that was here. These are distinctive stamps, and that means that they do the shading for you. So if I just stamp this with Crushed Curry, then this is what I will get. And see, you get some shading, but it's still all Crushed Curry. Well, I want mine to look a little more exciting. So I'm going to do Crushed Curry, because I want it to be a beautiful sunset. And then we're going to take some Flirty Flamingo and just a dauber. And we're just going to add some color. I have no idea where it's going or how dark it is, but that's part of the surprise. Now we'll put that to the side, and now we'll add some Calypso Coral. It'll be if it doesn't come out pretty, we can turn it over, or I cut an extra piece just in case. Now we have to decide, do we want it going this way or this way? But I think we're going to do it this way. So we want it kind of right about there. You're just kind of eyeballing it. Now, do you see how you got the highlights of the reddish sunset? Now we need to fill in these sides over here, so we'll add some of that. See if we can just do the edge and a little bit of pumpkin. Oh, actually, we can do both sides at the same time. So let's add our colors. I just didn't do the middle part this time. You could also use that little cloud stamp set, but it's not quite big enough there. So I want it to fill in that space, so we'll hope this works. So we can put this one here, and this one will fill in over here, and then that just fills in our sunset. Now if you feel like you need more, you just get one of those other stamps Let's see where the clouds are. Got lots of trees, no clouds. Here they are. So I could easily fill in a little bit there. Oh yeah, that looks pretty. And maybe a little. And that's our sunset right there, waiting for us. Okay, so now we need to add our green hills. And we have this stamp. We're going to stamp it with Old Olive. And this I just played with this on scrap paper until I was happy with kind of a layout that I liked. But you really can kind of just play with it to build your mountains, your hills, the rolling hills. And it's fine to let them overlap. We're going to leave a place there for our house, our chateau. And let's see, I think we need another hill here. And then let's get this one that's a little smaller. I think that's good because we need a place down here for our sentiment. Now, that doesn't look very good yet, but it's going to get there. The next thing we're going to do is we want to add our grass. So we're going to use some soft sea foam. Hi Anne, thanks for joining us today. If you're watching, give me a thumbs up or leave a comment. Now we're going to take our blend-in brush and we're just going to make our own grass. And this actually just kind of fills it in so nice. This is the shadows at sunset, you think? Well, it looks pretty good. Alrighty. Don't think we need these colors anymore. See, I said we have quite a few colors here we're working with. Let's go ahead and put our house, where our chateau, where we want it. And we might end up adding a little, you know, another hill or two. This is crumb cake, and here's our chateau. Now it's a two-part. Here's the building, and then the roof is a different color and a different stamp. It actually is pretty easy to get that roof on there. The problem I had on that first card was I shifted and it was blurry, and we don't want blurry. I think we'll add another piece of green there. Let's see. So our roof is going to be pecan pie. It would be pretty for it to have that red, copper clay. I wonder if we should switch to copper clay. No, that would be the daytime color of the roof. The nighttime, when it's a little darker, will be pecan pie. Now you've got this little edge of the roof fits right in that spot. So if you pay attention to that, then your roof is going to get on there just about perfect. Isn't that cool? Now let's get our old olive back, because I think we can put a little grassy area there. Now, I wasn't sure about this one. It could be clouds, it can be grass or bushes. So we're going to let it be grass, I think, or part of our hills. Yeah. Doesn't that look pretty? We'll also put some here. Wonder what, let's try that. Oh, I like that. All right, now we need some of our trees. And those are going to be mossy meadow, a darker green. If you wanted your hills lighter, you could stamp off. That would not be a problem. Now we have several trees here to pick, 2 different kinds of trees. If I can find them. We have 3 and 5. Always an odd number, isn't that the rule? So I think we'll put some trees here, right next to our house. If it bothers you that these are green trunks, you can just take your marker and color them dark. I'm probably not going to let it bother me. I think we'll put another tree stand there, and we'll make that a little larger, add another tree. Isn't that getting so pretty? And now we need some of our little rocks, or dirt. Sand. This would work. You could build some sandy beach areas on a card. It just adds some nice texture there. Okay, now we need our sentiment. We'll do that with early espresso. And it's, wishing you peace, you're in my thoughts, I can't thank you enough. I think I'll do wishing you peace. I did not realize that one was there, so we need to put that on a block. Or you could do hello. But I think this one's calm enough to be kind of a sympathy, thinking of you. Let's see if we've got that straight. It's the good thing about these photopolymers. I don't have to worry quite so much about being straight. All right, here's my thoughts on this. We wanted it to be a sunset. So, should I have the sun coming down there, or put the sun up here? I'm afraid to put it here. I'm afraid it'd look weird. But I know what we can do. We can practice here. So we would need to mask that, wouldn't we? Because we only want half of the sun. We'll And let's see, I've got one last color I did not share with you, Poppy Parade. I think if it was an ocean, I would feel very comfortable putting it halfway peeking up. I'm afraid on this one to make it look weird. So now we're just going to lightly touch the edge and picked up a tiny bit of red. Now we'll take that off. No, I think we're going to have to put it up here. It's not going to show off pretty down there. Okay, let's try it and see. You know, it doesn't have to be super realistic. I can tell you, it's just a card. Oops. Clean that off. Put it on the red too, the whole thing. I don't want the whole thing on red. We'll ink it up in crushed curry, and then we'll just lightly pick up a little bit of Poppy Parade. Give it kind of a halo. It'll help it stand out. See, it makes it stand out better. Oh, I like that. We don't have to worry about the behind. Does not have to be blue. If that bothers you, you certainly could put some blue back there, but I'm good with it. I think that's pretty. We can give the little moon a shine, just a little bit. It kind of drags that color too. Okay, so I didn't have to use my extra piece. Yeah, this would be nice for a sympathy card. And, you know, I like my sympathy cards simple. I don't like lots of bling or ribbon or glitter. And even though this is pretty busy, it's still very simple and calming. I'm going to mount this on a piece of little tiny border of old olive. Now we're going to add that too. See, you just barely pick up those colors there. I want to put that on the card before I add that, just to help me. I think I'll put the red down in the corner. Let's see. The heavier color at the bottom. If you wanted to, you could layer, you know, pop that up with pop dimensionals. I think I'm just going to leave it flat. That came out pretty, didn't it? It wasn't that difficult. Once we practice and get all our colors together, then that works fine. My practice one from this morning is just a happy little accident. Look, it created a path right up the hill. Do you see how each one's different? Just depends on how you layer your inks. And then here's our daytime. Same stamp set, but it's a different feel depending on the colors you choose. Now, see in the catalog, they made that house red, and that's pretty happy. So that could be like a birthday card, or it could be a thinking of you, but I think red's a happier color, and you wouldn't use a lot of red on a sympathy card. But both of these came out really cute, didn't they? So this is an inexpensive stamp set. It's one that you can really get creative with at $24. And it has so many different feels depending on what you choose to do. See, I think that's Sweet Sorbet. And there's the little red house. I bet that's Calypso Coral with a poppy parade. And then there's the flowers. So depending on what colors you use, you can get very creative how you choose to do this. Thanks for joining me on this cold Monday. Next week's going to be better, isn't it? Talk to you later. Bye.